awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, sure, we got to do this right. If we're going to do the podcast, the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast episode. Hold up. Give me a second. It's episode 54.
So we should put that water.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do what we need to do. Do what we need to do, man. Do what we need to do. Hold up, mic check. You hear me?
Oh!
Yeah, it's live. This is live. This is live. This is live. Hey, are you ready to shoot the podcast yet?
Did you see what this happened?
Nah, yeah, because it's live.
It's live.
Like we record. This is episode 54.
And they just seen this.
Hey, it's going down. Like y'all think you don't have to believe to get started. You gotta believe.
Gotta believe.
Hey, because if you worried about on not being the best when you get started, you're gonna be like me. Like it's 2000. This is 2020. I've been watching YouTube since 2004, 5, 6, maybe. I should have started then. I did. Go check me out. BCP227. Type that in the YouTube search. That's when I started, but I wasn't hungry though.
Hungry.
But I was hungry. I wasn't confident though.
That's what matters.
I wasn't ready to take the bumps, the bruises.
The
But
blood,
now we on the cause tears. And it's episode 54, the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast.
54. Not 54. 54.
54.
54.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so it's an honor to have a return guest. Hey, so this
returned.
he never left. Nah. He never left. Hold up, I'm trying to fix his audio. Like we live, man. I feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
I feel good, man. Like
yeah, I feel comfortable, man. I feel like I can check the audio.
yeah, dude. I mean, it has to be natural. And we in the Lions Den. They don't even know where that's at, but
Have no clue.
it's undisclosed location. Let's just leave it at that.
so what I'm telling you is he's a return guest and he brought me here to the Lions Den.
Lions Den.
Your spot.
The spot.
Your spot.
My spot. Spilled 10 gallons of water.
Yeah, you saw it.
Saw it live.
Episode.
Alkaline water.
Does the water matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Acidity. We ain't gonna get on that. That's another episode.
So, you're a return guest. You never did introduce yourself. You never did tell them your name.
Oh, man. I mean,
Tell them.
which one, man?
Any name. Alias. Anything that you want them to be able to find you by.
Garren Tucker. Garren T. Gibby. Tommy. No, I'm just saying. It's a bunch of different aliases, but yeah.
Checking the mic. My bad.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm just mad. My headphones, man.
Is it tweaking on you?
Nah, but it's good now.
It's good. Bet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you go by different names. But yeah, Garren T. Garren Tucker. You know what I mean? That's my name.
That's what's
Real
up.
name, no gimmicks.
That's what's up.
So,
That's
you
what's
know.
up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, man. So, the first thing being where I'm from, because we're in Maryville, Tennessee right now, but we from Alcor, you know what I'm saying? Louisville,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
But
when you in here, you got to say Bull.
Maryville.
Maryville.
It's 2 words, man. It's 2 words.
2 different words.
Yeah. But, so you got the shirt on.
Yeah.
I've never seen the shirt in person.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Serious shit.
Well, this is a tough time right now.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I mean, a lot of people don't think it is.
Because depends on what side you living on.
And that's what I'm saying. So like in this area, I haven't seen that shirt except online.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, how do you get around and maintain? Because I know the responses to that shirt are ridiculous. So I'm asking, how do you stay comfortable?
Yeah.
A. And then how do you how do you just stay cool, man? Because I know what that shirt. I know what that shirt means. Where I'm from. Yeah. No disrespect to where I'm from. I love where I'm from.
Me too. But you're right. But you're right though. I mean, you know, I knew wearing this shirt was gonna bring, you know, a range of, you know, 1 to 10 things. You know, and I'm not saying I'm saying on a spectrum.
Yeah.
You know, from one being somebody looking, maybe just. You know, throwing a shoulder to 10.
Yeah.
Somebody physically ready to, you know, take offense to it and ready to go, you know, blow to blow.
Right.
But, you know, to me personally, I didn't give a damn about all that. You know, this is my personal, you know, feelings towards the situation that I perceived, that I've been through. So I'm not going to look at, you know, your response. If anything, have some dialogue with me.
Right.
You know, ask me why I'm wearing this shirt. You know, ask me why I feel like I have to wear this shirt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I got to put myself in a situation from 1 to 10, you know, 1 to 9, you know, violent situation? Because I know it's a potential situation. Me wearing this shirt, I wore the shirt to many of public places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over the course of since the situations, you know, that we've seen. But in my perspective is, you know, I have seen some looks, you know, and I follow their eyes.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to follow somebody's eyes.
Right.
So when you see me walk into a Walmart, specifically, I'm talking about Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, I walk into Walmart and literally, you know, I see people look at my shirt first, and then they eyes follow up to me.
You can look over there too, man. We ain't got no cameraman to kind of signal over there, so we live. Like we really like just get grinding.
But what I'm saying is, bro, you see this, and they look at you.
You look at that,
and all I can say is this: you know, the only thing you can do is make an assertion, as far as like you see in my eyes that I mean what I say by the statement on my shirt.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing is that people don't know how to perceive me because, you know, honestly, I am biracial.
Well, that's see that's the question. Like, you got the shirt on in this town, biracial.
They don't know how to perceive me. They don't know how to take
this
me.
is 2020, so we've been going through it for a second.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I know where we're at. And I'm not disrespecting it specifically. I'm only talking about where we're at, and it's you know, it's not a problem, but I've just never seen the shirt, so I was just curious.
What made you feel like confident enough to wear it?
That, but not really. Like, how do you feel with all that, man? Like, it's got to be some good too, because that's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be some good too.
The good comes out in dialogue. Honestly. Like, I mean, for real, dialogue is the barrier between two people. When you don't take the time to speak to somebody, talk to somebody, to understand why I feel like I need to wear this shirt to get your attention.
Right.
You know, because it is attention getter. You know, you wear Black Lives Matter or any of those, you know, anything to somebody that feels like it's a sensitive subject, you're going to have some backlash. It's the same way that you see somebody wear, you know, Make America Great Again hat. You wear that Make It Great Again, that same hat in a certain neighborhood.
Make America Great Again. Yeah.
In a certain neighborhood, and you're going to see a different backlash the same way that if I walk in, honestly, like, let's keep it real. If I walk in an all-white predominant neighborhood wearing this shirt, the chances are I'm going to have some backlash.
Well, let's change the subject.
Well, hold on.
Well, the reason why I'm going to say that.
Before you change it, the same is.
The reason
and
why.
This is realistic, though.
But we were talking about just here, though.
No, and I'm talking about here, too.
Okay.
The same. So take here. So, you know, and I'm not saying that any particular person is swayed by, you know, racism, but it's more emotions.
Emotional.
See, it's emotional.
Wow.
It's more emotional. Because if you see somebody go with a Magna hat on to a all predominant black neighborhood.
So to defend that, I haven't seen that either. Here, I haven't
seen it here.
And I'm talking about here specifically.
Because the culture here is different.
Well, that's all I'm talking about. I ain't talking about worldwide.
Well, okay, specifically.
Yeah,
okay,
specifically.
Okay.
Yeah,
So specifically,
yeah.
you have you have a unity based out of Alcoa itself, because Alcoa was a mixture.
Well, I don't mean like Alcoa, Tennessee. I mean like East Tennessee.
East Tennessee, period.
Yeah.
So if you thinking regional, you got you got to think of it as, like I said, back to the original thing. If I wear this shirt regional, I can expect backlash. I can expect it. I can expect the looks.
Well, and that's what I was saying. So I know earlier we were saying like, the younger generation likes the shirt. And that's here locally.
Locally, I've had a bunch of, kids.
And that's what I was saying.
Not black. Sit there and call me out just to say, "Hey, man, I really like your shirt. I like your statement.
Yeah.
Man, where'd you get that?" And honestly, that speaks volumes to what I've been saying previously. It's not about racial. It's nothing racial. It's about this generation taking it to a whole different level. They're not seeing color barriers. They seeing right and wrong, and they banding together. And some of their tactics might not be, literally justifiable to the older crowd. Or the conservative crowd. But I mean, honestly, it's millennials. That's what they do, but they get their message across.
So I guess that takes me to the next thing. So millennials. We ain't gonna talk about politics. Right. So the next thing. So we here in the Lions Den, right? And this isn't. I'm smiling because I'm just happy to be here. We working on episode 50.
Look, you said it a little slow, but it's 54. Not 4. 4.
So that's what we working on, right? And but this is serious though. And this is serious. That's why
it's all serious.
It's all serious.
You gotta make light of everything or you go crazy.
No doubt.
For real.
And that's these stories. So like we're here in East Tennessee. That's why I kept saying local. Hey, are we talking just local?
Keeping it locally.
Yeah, that's all the reason. Yeah. That's all we was talking about. So I laugh because it gotta laugh sometimes to keep from crying.
Definitely.
And I say that a lot because that's true. That's facts.
You have to though.
In my opinion.
You have to. You'll go crazy. Like if you just take in all just, no laughter, all crying or vice versa. And a lot of men feel like they can't cry, but fuck the bullshit, man.
Yeah.
There's no man listening to us right now that can look himself in the mirror and say he ain't cried a few times in his life. Fuck one. A few times in your life you didn't cry. And that shit felt like it was weights lifted off your chest.
No doubt about it.
But back to what you were saying.
Yeah. I'm listening, man. Preaching that gospel. So
keep it real. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're non-human if you ain't crying. You mean you ain't got no damn heart.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's how I felt. But and that's again, I laugh, but that's to keep from crying.
Keep from crying.
I gotta be. Hey, my homeboy Joe, man. Shout out to Joe, man. He holds the camera for every Chad Rob Gaines podcast. Chad Rob Gaines podcast. I got a podcast and I got a bodybuilding channel. Chad Rob Gaines, Chad Rob TV, #iAMWHOiAM podcast episode. It ain't even getting me in the shot, man.
What?
But I ain't the cameraman, so I gotta control the camera. But Joe
raw.
controls it on the
other side.
bodybuilding. So hope y'all got some of that because I'm gonna cut to it regardless of how it looks.
You said you're gonna edit it.
You're gonna see it regardless. But I said all that to say. So back in 2007, I did not confirm when the Shannon Christensen. I get their names backwards all the time, and I don't want to butcher it. I don't want to be disrespectful, but here in East Tennessee,
it's Christian Newsom and Shannon.
But I
whatever the situation is, it's fucked up situation.
Well,
excuse my language.
No, y'all go ahead and speak on it. But so there was, but apparently, and like I said, I don't know the year to confirm, but I know in 2007 there was also another major crime here in this area. That's why I was saying we got to stay in this area to get to this question. It's like
what situation?
The situation with the. All right, so I don't know exactly, but I do know this. I guess the wife was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And the husband was helping one of the wife's former students or a mentor. Do you recall the story?
It's Aaron. What is her name? Yeah, her name was Aaron, but his name was Sean.
I don't remember exactly. Yeah, that sounds right.
McLean, Sean McLean, and the other one, her name was Aaron. It was Aaron and Eric.
Okay,
I know that. It was Aaron and Eric was the husband and wife.
It was a three thing.
Bowling? I don't know if it was bowling. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. I don't think so. That don't sound right. That don't sound right.
Yeah.
It might be, but the thing is, like, so to bring it full circle for you, you see the I Can't Breathe. I'm not saying this to make any light of it, but what I am saying is there was two murders really close. I only remember hearing about one, which was foul, and I studied, and my heart still goes out to those parents and that whole family. Yeah. My heart still goes out to them. That was something I would. But what I'm saying is, with his shirt and where we're at, what I'm saying is that was black on white crime, and the other was white on white crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I heard about one. They both were gruesome. But one was understandable because it was at least
crime of passion.
At least serious.
Crime of passion.
Wait, that's what it was. So, I said all that to say we have got to. Wrong is wrong.
And right is right. Period. Like, I mean, you know, and that's what people need to understand. Either you're on the right side or you're on the wrong side. No matter how you look at it, no matter who's justified.
Where you from,
what specific ethnic background you
look at that camera and tell them something,
check.
man.
I mean, seriously, does not matter. The whole end of the story is there's right and there's wrong. You could take race out of it. You could take gender out of it. You can take religion out of it. In the end of the day, there's right and there's wrong. Period. Like my oldest say. Period. You know, I mean, but seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. And when you look at it like that, you'll make different decisions. First off, if you got to be convicted to make a decision based off of a certain color or a certain religion or a certain race or a certain gender, you know what I mean? And people start looking at it versus right or versus wrong, because in that situation, you know, both of those situations is wrong. If I can recall correctly, you know, one was more of a crime of passion because he caught his wife basically messing with an 18-year-old that she met in high school when he was in high school. Yeah. And then one was, you know,
basically a robbery turned into a genocide. I don't know what the word is.
I don't even know how you.
I don't know what the word
situation.
is.
Which I wish on nobody. You know, but like you said, justice was served on the Christian Newsom in that case, and then you know Aaron McLean and Sean. I forgot his last name.
That's my question.
Yeah,
was justice served there too?
You know, honestly,
I say yes.
Honestly, you know, on the Newsom case, yeah, man. I mean, they got
the Newsom case, yeah. But as far as should have been a little worse.
As far as like on that case, I know I think, don't quote me. I think he tried to plead the insanity.
Yeah, we see that's the thing. Like, it's not real clear.
But how?
Yeah, it's not real clear.
Look, I'm recalling off memory, Because, you know,
Well,
like
the
I
thing
said, those
is,
two
why
cases.
don't we know about it though?
Because
that's the question.
I think
we don't got to get in depth in that. Why don't we know about that one?
I think
and that's real close to home. That's scary.
I think gender play. I mean, not gender, but you know, the narrative. Let's leave it. Let's leave it in a broader term.
Let's get on something. Let's get on something. Let's get on something else. The narrative.
The narrative. You know what I mean? The narrative.
Yeah. Let's get on something else because it felt like they wrote a book.
Yeah.
When we had to research.
I mean, because it's the narrative.
Yeah, it's the narrative. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Because one thing that you made a mistake on that I didn't recap on was when you said black on white versus white on white. There's no such white on white. Even though statistically, and you can look this up. Fact check this, validity, whatever you want to do. You know, I'm just a seeker of the truth. I ain't, you know, and that's one thing. If you want to go against what I'm saying.
Hey, here on the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast, we ain't worried about any of that.
No, but look, validify this for yourself. Go look up FBI statistics. You can look up the National Archives. You can look up it all. But what I'm telling you is there's no such white on white crime versus it is black on black crime, which statistically proves a totally different ball game, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Moving on.
Moving on. Man, so
look,
hey, he done put me under the hot seat now. Moving on.
No. Nah. I mean, look.
No, I'm just joking.
But the truth will get your ass shut down.
Well, no, I ain't talking about the truth. The truth is...
No, you talking about the Censorship Association.
No, man, no. Right? No, well, I just want you to hint on it. You didn't have to keep talking about it.
Your ass going to be like David Chappelle. Yeah. Look, I am who I am.
Hey,
I am who I am with the Africa.
Hey, so...
They in Africa. He's on vacation.
Wow.
Hey, that's what
so on a lighter note, but so, it's ironic to me. Do you believe in coincidence? And that's a question I've asked in 2 episodes in a row.
Coincidence.
So my question is this: do you believe in coincidence? Answer whichever one you feel like is the most important for us to hear first. And the reason why I say the most important because I want to hear what you need to tell me.
To be honest, I'm gonna look at this camera. I ain't even gonna look at you. No, but honestly, to be honest, I'm gonna look at you.
Okay.
Because it's
hey,
real.
like I said, I'm the cameraman. Like y'all think I'd be just like over here, just not paying attention.
No,
but I'm like I'm working.
I mean,
No,
honestly, because there is two. I mean, honestly, when you
I'm
ask
talking
me
about coincidence.
Coincidence, and when you ask me that, I think.
Do you believe in coincidence?
There's 2 different perspectives.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you believe in coincidence?
I don't believe in coincidence.
Okay.
I believe things in divine order. You know what I mean? Things are literally in divine order. And things happen for a reason. You know what I mean? Whether it's positive or negative, it happens for a reason. And one of the things that I learned from one of my aunts is that rejection is protection. You didn't get that job. You didn't date that person. You didn't buy that car. Whatever the situation was, it wasn't coincidence. Rejection is protection. You weren't supposed to get that job. You weren't supposed to date that person. You weren't supposed to get that car. You know what I mean?
Even though you had the money for it.
You had the money for it. Your credit was good. Whatever the situation was. That's what I'm trying to tell you. People look at it as a negative situation, had to stop it from being a coincidence or a positive. No. It has no judgment on negative or positive. It's just the fact that it's not coincidence. This is divine order. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? You meeting some person that gave you some enlightenment of a situation you was going through happened for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You sitting there finding $120 that I just lost at the gas station, but that you needed, $80 to pay your bills.
And I'm ecstatic. And you distraught.
You know, I mean, but it
because you lost $120, and then I found it, so I'm hyped.
Yeah, you might have needed it more than I need, and it wasn't coincidence.
So you think it was divine intervention?
It was divine intervention. You know what I mean? For real. And some people look at it like, yeah, he's tripping, or that ain't, that's not. No, but it's real. You know what I mean? And people look at it like rejection is protection. Like literally, look at it like that. then you will start looking at situations where you didn't get things that you yearned for the most.
Yeah.
You know, it's things you wanted. Might have been material. You know, might have been a perk, like I said. And when you look at it like that, that rejection is protection.
Yeah.
You know, that car might have broke down that you just paid, $80,000 for. Something might have happened to it. That person right there might have broke your heart that you didn't know them. You just looked at them and saw that, you thought they was beautiful on the outside.
And it was coincidence.
It was coincidence.
That you saw them.
And you shot your shot, but it didn't happen.
But it didn't happen, yeah.
Now
so you thought it was coincidence that you saw him, it's your turn.
Yeah, it was your turn.
And you caught the, no, that's not
for
you. Yeah,
it wasn't for you.
Yeah, it was for you, you will get it,
My
right?
mama always said, everything that glitter ain't gold. Period.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I know you're real big. So you said that. Your mama said that. So I know you're big into conspiracies.
Not theories, though.
Conspiracies.
Conspiracies. No, I mean,
conspiracies.
Conspiracies versus conspiracy theories. There's a difference.
Oh,
there's a difference.
Okay.
You have conspiracies, which is just a conspiracy. There's facts, but somebody conspired.
So we gonna have to use that camera the whole time because I didn't even hit play on this one, man.
Holy shit!
Yeah, see that's the thing. When you're the cameraman and
production,
editor
and host,
editor, uploader,
all the above.
Everything that has to do with the hashtag iAMWHOiAM podcast is 100% me.
All you.
100%.
100%. I am who I am.
The podcast. Yeah. So
you can check them out on YouTube. What else?
Facebook.
What else?
Breaker. Apple Podcasts. iHeartRadio. Everywhere. Pandora. Everywhere.
I mean,
I can't name them all.
You need to let them know.
But what I'm telling them is, like, when you see the footage of all that and you want to judge me, remember, I'm the cameraman too. We didn't tell him I was a cameraman.
You did not. Did not tell him as the cameraman.
No, I'm the cameraman.
On top of everything else.
For sure. And all the stuff, I'll put some stuff on the screen that'll do something like this. I did that.
All that. But you know what? Don't judge him.
So I can't breathe means a lot to me. Because I can't breathe either. I'm dope. I can't get no money.
Endorsements? Can I get an endorsement?
I can't get no. I'm talking about like a 9 to 5. If I wanted to work a job, can I make it high?
Mm-hmm.
I know I can't. No.
Man.
And then they's like, well, he lazy. He don't want to work. Look, I do it all. I'm working.
Do it all.
It's coming out while I'm on the clock.
Bingo.
And I'm doing it off the clock.
24/7.
I'm just saying, I know how to schedule. I'm the scheduler too. I do a lot on this podcast, is all I'm saying. But back to conspiracies, because I feel like that's a conspiracy.
Which part? All of it?
The theories versus the
conspiracies.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, people got a misconception. When you automatically conspiracy,
misconception.
Like, it's a misconception. Like, for real. Like, when you say conspiracy versus conspiracy theorists, like, conspiracy theorists don't have facts. It's just like, a guess, or they think, or, they doing this, but they don't have any validity, no facts, no proof. Then you have conspiracies, which is validity, facts, proof. It's just a bunch of a group, a conglomerate, high mentality, whatever you want to call it, that's conspired to do something. Wow. But it's not in the dark.
You can tell them too.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about my buddy back here.
I told you, I'm the director also.
He's doing it all.
And I feel like that's a conspiracy when I put in for something and I attach this. But it don't matter. It don't matter. But back to what you were saying.
Back to what we were saying.
Yeah.
And so, we could get into 1,000 different conspiracies, or we could get into conspiracy theories. Like some people think aliens is a conspiracy theory, but you can't say a theory anymore because now it has validity. You can look at the documents that's been unsealed within the last few months, and the last few years that actually has validity that there is unidentified flying objects or, whatever, extraterrestrials. The last one was approved when, and don't quote me on this part, but look it up yourselves. Like, look it up when I think it was Naval or Air Force, which one encountered the UFO that went like Mach 10 on them.
I think
that
you
was
talking about Area 66, 50,
51?
51?
No.
Yeah, I don't know much about conspiracy. So that's why I asked you.
He'll mess around disappear mention that name on this podcast. Look.
Well,
I am who I am. Where did he
say,
go?
Hey,
look. Hey,
man,
now.
We ain't doing nothing over there.
Nah.
Just working hard. That's it. Just working hard.
We're gonna edit that part out.
Yeah, no, we ain't.
Look.
Hey, I edit too.
He's
I think
the
I said
editor.
that though, man.
But look, he's the editor, and
I'm just
that
messing with him
51
right now.
needs to be taken out. Bottom line is this. Like, I mean, when you talk about conspiracies, like conspiracies is
versus conspiracy theories.
Theories. It's facts versus non-facts.
So,
period.
So,
and we could go
is the coronavirus a conspiracy? Or is it a conspiracy theory? That's the question.
It's both. It's both. Now, if you ask me, and I say do your own research, do your own backup, fact check, whatever you want to do. But me personally, if you look up the real numbers of like different viruses, the flu, hell, look at the flu. Look at the flu. Take a look at the flu. And look up CDC, or I don't know if it's, which part of the study it is, but it's probably CDC. Look up how many people die a year of the flu and how many people have died a year of corona in the United States. And if I'm not mistaken, do your own fact check, because I ain't trying to steer or, bulldoze somebody into certain opinions, but the flu's killed more people a year than the corona. But I don't see them shutting the country down for the corona. So I feel like the virus is real.
Oh, for the flu. You don't see them seeing for the flu.
For the flu.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
The virus is real.
The virus is real.
The pandemic is fake. That's what I feel.
So is...
And people are going to say...
The pandemic is fake, you think?
I feel like, man, look, it's just like a common cold, man. Like, I mean, it's almost... But it does attack certain people. Like, I'm not negating certain facts of what we know to be true of this virus. But what I'm saying is, if you look up the total deaths, and I'm not and now theory wise and conspiracy wise, fact wise, is that a lot of people are being marked up for COVID no matter what they go to the hospital for. Tell me, elaborate on that. Going for upper respiratory issue, corona. Stomach ulcer, corona. Migraine, corona.
Gunshot wound.
Corona.
Yeah.
No, but what
that was in the beginning though.
But now
is that still what's going on?
Well, look at Elon Musk. Like, I mean, and for real, do your own facts, man. I saw this on social media, like y'all probably gonna see it too. But I saw Elon Musk who makes the Teslas and the rocket spaceships and all that stuff. This man sat here and said that he did 4 tests, 4 tests in one day. 2 came back positive, 2 came back negative in the same day. Now you tell me,
Man, what a PlayStation controller at, man? You on something else, man.
Look, pull it up, man.
Hold up. No, we getting off of all of that, man.
Look, Elon Musk.
All of that.
Elon Musk.
We getting off of all of that.
Elon Musk.
Man, we getting off of all of that, man.
Fact check it.
Man, I was going to play your episode, but I ain't got time to do all that. So, we got something going on, man, in sports.
Talking about what, Corona again?
No, I'm talking about like the NBA starting back already, man.
Already?
The 22nd, December 22nd.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But how long, though?
That's crazy, man. Like, that's crazy.
Look at at you.
Yeah, watching the podcast, shooting the thing. I said
the podcast, watching the podcast.
Yeah. I could think I can zoom
Now
in
you
on
know
it.
what? That's like a dream within a dream.
But what I'm telling you is, this is what I'm saying. Man, so we were talking about earlier. He said the biggest thing to get started on podcasting or YouTube or whatever you want to do is consistency. That's the first word. When I asked him, I said, what do you think the first? He said consistency. I said, well, that's a given. You got to be consistent.
Got to be.
But my question is consistency the new insanity?
If you sacrifice quality. Because think about.
So you're not okay. So with consistency, you're not necessarily doing the exact same thing every time. Is that what you're saying? Because you feel like you got something good going, but it ain't working, but you're just doing the same thing over and over. I'm trying to talk it out. Like a lot of this too is being able to talk it out to figure out the problem.
The redundancy of it. Meaning like the same pattern, the same thing over and over. I mean, look, man. I mean, based off of my kids, watching them watch, the same thing over and over. You ask yourself, is it the monotony of it that gets them addicted? Eventually.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm watching them watch kids open the presents at Christmas.
And they got presents.
And they got presents sitting in the living room. So you ask yourself, what's more addicting? It's the gratification for this generation. So, not to get off subject.
No, you're not off subject.
But it's almost...
When you turn this down, though,
hey, look, you in the gym, though.
Yeah, I'm always in the gym now.
You look familiar. But anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
But all BS aside is instant gratification for them. So, because
you know what you're going to get. I click on this. So it's similar to the whole video thing.
No matter what it is.
Well, it don't matter what it is. It's not necessarily video. It could be a brew.
Quickly.
If I can just get one, I'm fixed for a second.
Instant gratification. What is it? Dopamine?
Wow.
Dopamine hits. You know what I mean? That's all of them. Whether it's YouTube or Facebook. It doesn't matter what social media it is.
It's just to get that.
It's to get that instant gratification. That's short.
It's like a
drug.
It's like Tinder is like the dollar store, and Facebook is like Macy's.
Bingo. Yeah.
Or it's even higher, a little bit higher than... No, Instagram would be the highest one. Instagram is crazy.
But when you think of like Instagram and Twitter... And,
I'm just talking about like that dopamine.
They all open. They all bought by the same person. Though.
Well, yeah. But,
so you see how the comparison you just did, though?
Wow.
You see that?
Yeah.
You said like Tinder is like the dollar store.
Yeah.
And like Instagram,
Snapchat, like the Bentley.
Facebook,
Snapchat is like something that everybody can't afford.
But listen, my whole point is though, who's the owner of them?
He's the one with all the boxes on the almost trillionaire, maybe? Or billion.
Who's the owner of them? Look, so you see the difference? They spent over $1 billion.
So why, as black men, do we have access to thousands of dollars at a certain point in time, and we don't buy anything that can bring us anything back?
Appreciation,
like a house.
Appreciation. What you're talking about is appreciation,
or
depreciation and appreciation. To cut you
off.
No.
But I'm saying why? I understand the difference between them, but I'm saying why? I ain't saying black men, young women,
millennials.
Young men, young women, us too. Young men, young women, before us.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Like, why don't we get stuff that's... Like, we got the money.
We're not buying things of value. We're buying things of necessity.
But I'm saying we got the money. I'm saying we got the money in our hand. Why ain't we... Like, man, I got 20 bands. 5 bands, 1,000 bands, whatever I got. Why ain't I saying let me buy this whatever cash and put some tenants in it?
Now that is $1 million question. But I'll tell you this,
Or why don't we care to research investing that in the stock market? Because I don't even care about that.
Now, stock market.
Well, I'm just saying, like, why aren't we investing? Why aren't we investing? That's the question.
To me personally, I think it's more materialistic. Me growing up, and anybody can speak of this. Somebody feels their value versed off their outfit. Especially if you grew up not having much. If you grew up not having much, then yeah, your representation was what you wore. You know what I mean? Now when you talk of, you said it wasn't really depreciation versus depreciation. Yeah, it is because property, that's appreciation. You know what I mean? Like that's value, that's wealth. You know, but we're not taught that in school. Normally we're not taught that by our parents. And so when it comes to, real wealth, like people take it as, me buying an outfit or some Jordans. Well, even a car. You buy a car and it depreciates so you drive it off the lot. Unless there's a certain addition, certain antique that you did your research on that knows that it maintains its value when you try to resell it, which most people ain't. Right. So when you look at it like that, man, if I was taught or you was taught to invest your money in properties, in land, you'd be a millionaire by now. Millionaire. Do you hear that? And that's not capping. That's not, sitting there trying to finesse somebody, man. That's unadulterated truth. And anybody that knows me specifically, young brothers that might be getting money or has money, inherited money, whatever it is. Yeah. Or even your tax money that you about to go buy TVs and couches and all that BS on, man. Take that money up there to the tax lien auction and go buy you some properties. Period. Look at me. Go buy you some properties and look at it as a savings account. Look, there is no bank right now guarantee you a possible 12% return on your money. But the tax lien is. Do you hear that? And what I mean is, look at it as being prorated. So you go pay a property, say you pay $2,400 for a property. Okay. In 12 months, it's your property. Mm-hmm. You pay that tax lien, which it might the auction might have started at $400. You end up paying $2,400 for it. Gotcha. But it might have started at $400, a house and land, whatever it may be. Yeah. So in 12 months, that's your land. That's your property. You pay the taxes for that current year, which might be another $400. Right. And that's yours. You got a deed to land. Now listen to this. If they pay it back, you get one. I'm gonna break it down layman's terms. You get 1% return on your money for every month that they wait to buy it back within 12 months. Wow. Now you tell me what bank tells you I'm gonna give you back your $2,400 plus they bought it back month 9 plus 9% on your money. Tell me what bank right now in the period that we are with the corona, with the the unemployment rate and everything, who's doing that? Who's doing that? Answer that for me. Who's doing that? Tell me. And so, and people, most people want to try to sell this to people. Yeah. Look. Right now, call me and look at, right now I can tell you how to make an investment turn into $1 million. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I mean, for real. Yeah. I mean, seriously, man. Like, this is a capitalistic society, but why don't we all get it? Because there's enough to go around till there's not. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You can make more buildings. You can make more metal. You can make more wood. You can manufacture more buildings. Right. But what you can't make is more land.
Yeah. So to piggyback kind of off that same thing, I was talking to my homeboys like a couple of days ago. DJ D Wild Fingers.
Yeah.
So we was chopping it up, man, and we was talking about just kind of life. Then I was talking about the internet stuff, and he talking about what he do because he's a grinder. He gets his own money.
Yeah.
And I was like, complaining about having to, because I was telling them like Facebook, Instagram, all of this is kind of like FanDuel too. Mm-hmm. Like gambling on a football game.
Gambling.
I caught it that time. Yeah, see, I'm the cameraman too. Like I told y'all that. I told y'all that. I'm the cameraman
all
too.
The above.
Like you say, I got all this equipment. I'm the cameraman too. Ain't nothing going on with that. I'm not controlling the camera right now. But it's just that sad. I gotta say that because people judge me. They judge. Judging is like gambling too. Like it's intense.
It's intense.
But so my question is this,
and
man.
Critical.
It's
You gotta be tough skinned.
Hey, to do them any of it.
You gotta be tough skinned, man.
And that
don't look at the comments.
Oh man, I don't worry about them.
I mean, but
I got my first dislike though, and I was kind of sad. I was like, oh, why would you even like?
It messes with you.
Well, I'm just saying, I only got like 30 views.
But that one dislike.
Yeah, I'm like, man, come on, man.
What did look? But you wish you could go talk to him. Though. Like, what did you not like about it?
Service, leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Leave a credit. I mean, leave a for real.
Help us. You help them.
Help me. Like, your coffee was cold and the pancakes didn't have no syrup on it. Like,
hey,
give me
HR
specifics.
Too. I go talk to Chad Rob.
Look, give me specifics.
Hey. Like, man, talk to me. But he was saying though, like it's crazy because like I was just saying, like I feel like I'm playing FanDuel with my internet career. I'm throwing money at it.
Gambling.
Sell
baby need shoes.
Sell them.
Hey.
So why do I feel like, is it gambling? Or you just need some heat? What's heat?
It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
It's not about the heat.
It's a gamble. I mean, any risk you take like that, man, where you just like no parachute, jump off.
This what he say though. He said, man, I'm much rather bet on myself any day.
Any day.
Like, you want me to bet on them?
I'd rather bet on myself or I bet on somebody else. And honestly,
because that's what he said. Because I broke it to the FanDuel and I was like, I feel like I'm betting on this line. He said, because you picking players. You picking another team.
You picking somebody else's actions are their actions are in your hands. Why not put your actions in your own hands? Bet on yourself. You know what? I'd rather try something 142 times and fail than for me to bet on somebody else to do it for me.
And then fail 5,042 times.
I mean, but you know how you feel when
it's like hitting the lottery, right?
When you do it yourself, at least you try it a different way every time.
So that's the question. So we talked about that, I thought.
Have we?
Did we talk about a consistency versus insanity?
No, not consistency versus insanity.
I thought we might have talked about it off the
But
camera.
insanity's doing the same thing
over and over,
and
expecting a different
result. Yeah.
And then consistency is doing and that's what I think we said. We said we're gonna change it. Like I said, we changed it. I think that's what brought this whole conversation on. Who knows? But let's go back to the question.
Yeah.
The gambling.
Gambling. Your career.
Is that gambling? Is that gambling?
It's all a gamble.
Life is a gamble.
It's a gamble. No matter what you do, it's all a crapshoot.
But you want to put
the only thing that's not a gamble.
So my question. This is my question then. Are the odds higher of you betting on you or LeBron James? If you playing FanDuel, if you got $50, you playing FanDuel, or you playing getting you some publishing for your YouTube ad or your Facebook ad. Where you putting the money?
I put my money on me.
I'm saying, what if you really like FanDuel though? You really like LeBron James.
But you betting on another man. You don't know what kind of day he had. You don't know what he's going through.
You don't know the players.
You don't know the players. You don't know who they. You don't know. It's so many unknown variables. But your variable that you do know is this.
That's hard. We about to lose battery on this. And I ain't bringing the battery for the computer. But that's hard because you are in full control
Bingo.
of yourself
You know your variables.
I still ain't hit yet.
You know your variables. You know what you will and won't do. So, I mean, but you don't know what he will and won't do. I mean, it's another man, no matter if it's LeBron James or it's the President of the United States or if it's the best actor you ever known. You don't know. But you know what you're going to do. You know your variables. You know what I mean? You know what you will and won't do. You know how much work you'll put in, what you won't put in. You know that. You might even push yourself past the limit that you didn't know you had.
Right.
But with LeBron James in the game that might not even be the playoffs, you know what I mean? It's just game 62 out of how many a year?
80, I don't know.
You know, you see what I'm saying? But you betting on this particular game that LeBron James is going to have 35 points and 7 rebounds. And in this game, LeBron is sitting there like this. Man, this game 37 of 129. Like, I mean, for real.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
That's
my point.
Yeah.
But if it's for yourself, though, just like you don't mind putting 60 hours in for yourself. You might mind, but you know the end result is for you. But versus you putting 60 hours in for another man. We have talked about this before.
Yeah.
Putting 60 hours in for another man in his pockets. While he's sitting at home eating cereal, playing with his kids, you sitting there slaving in the factory with no air conditioning. You know what I mean? Real talk. And, yeah, he's giving you some crumbs that he's getting off the table.
He's just paying you.
He's paying you. But, you know, you at the end of the day, you go home wore out and tired, and, you know, you got a little crumbs on the table versus being for yourself. Yeah. When you go home saying, you know what, I put this in for myself. Yeah. Every dollar earned is going back to me. It's 100% profit versus your overhead.
Right.
So,
well,
I can't think no other way.
Man. Well, so with everything about the shutdown, man, I ain't gonna hold you. When I was in your living room, I heard that school shut down. Some schools shut down. They about to go virtual. I don't know what school it was.
Maryville High School.
So, with the rise in cases, do you think we're going to be back in a lockdown?
The Joe Biden said when he gets sworn in, I think it's going to be like 6 weeks. Another 6-week lockdown or something. You know, I mean, the scary part for me is that most people are asymptomatic. You know. So, yeah, there is a targeted area of people, you know, specifically, I think, older groups still, you know, that are more susceptible to dying from it. Yeah. But, you know, kids that I'm hearing that's in my kids' schools, you know, which is in the Maryville district, which came to school. You came to school in no district.
Right.
Like, I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not specifically claiming this one. I mean, that's all of them. It's all of them. Most of them are already distance learning is what they call it. Digital distance learning or whatever. Yeah. But a lot of them still, like the high school in this district is going digital next week.
Wow.
And even after Christmas, after Thanksgiving, I think.
Wow.
Because the number of cases from the staff to the children. But also my kids that are in middle school and, you know, elementary, you know what I mean, and junior high, or middle school and junior high, same thing. But they're telling me that half the kids are coming, some kids are coming back after 3 days. Some kids are coming back after the test has not even been conclusive yet. So they took the test and showed up to school and it turned out to be positive, and all of a sudden now they want to quarantine the kids that were sitting close to them in class, whether you had a mask on or not. And half these kids are not even mandatory to wear masks in school. You know what I mean? In class, some of them not even wearing masks. So, you know, you ask me, like, how do you enforce that? Just like when you see restaurants in this area, hold on, before you say...
No, I was just trying to move the camera.
Restaurants in this area... And I know specifically, I think like some state law to where they can't specifically enforce it. Yeah. Outside of like Knox County, you know, where they made it like a mandate. Yeah. But here, like you see on stores, like, you know, on the windows, multiple stores. Mask mandatory for service. Mask mandatory for entry.
Yeah, they hit me with that.
Mask mandatory.
Yeah.
But honestly, I've seen it enforced 0.00001% of the time.
Yeah, I got a hit with it today at Starbucks.
Yeah.
They was enforcing. So.
That me look familiar on your podcast. Who's that?
That's a good dude, man. That's a good dude,
He
man.
looks
That's
familiar,
Moss.
though.
That's Tommy Moss.
Tommy Moss.
Yeah, he's a return. He was on twice, man. He's a good guy, man. Dad, man, doing his thing, man, grinding, man, trying to come up. Just working for his family.
He looked familiar though.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I saw that, but he looked familiar.
Yeah,
That's why I
guy.
said that.
But yeah, we ain't gonna, man, we ain't gonna talk your ear off, man. But what I'm gonna tell you is, please tell me, do you think we gonna really be in a full lockdown though? Like really though?
I try to avoid politics, man.
But this
goes into politics.
Well, don't go political. I'm just saying your opinion, man. Do you think we gonna be in a full lockdown again? And do you think is that what's coming?
Now look, I'm gonna give you two perspectives on this: the real perspective and my perspective. Like the narrative perspective and my perspective. And my perspective is just that, man. It's like opinions. Mm-hmm. But I mean, government wise, man, they're gonna want to shut it down because of the cases. But like I said, man, there's people like, and it's not just Elon Musk because he's famous and a billionaire that made headline news, but there's other people, man, that where tests were inconclusive or they gave the wrong people the wrong test or the wrong conclusive. Like, I mean, look, so you have to look at that too. But, I mean, is it real? Is it really a virus that is killing the people that they saying is killing versus what numbers really state? Or is it a bunch of people that's asymptomatic? Because think for yourself, man. And other people, like in my kids' school, like, I mean, and just everybody that I've known that even had it. I've known people that have had it. Yeah. And my whole point is this. Half of them was asymptomatic. So they didn't have no symptoms. They was just around somebody that had it. And then they get tested. Look, they get tested. And they said I got it. But I feel the same. I still taste. I still smell.
So you don't think they're gonna shut it down then?
Yes.
They are gonna shut it down.
Yes. They're gonna shut it down. Look.
Man, well
I mean if you do what is it Australia did, they shut it down
but it didn't work before.
But when they shut it down, like their numbers dropped, like
shut it down 100% though.
100% though. Like get the stuff you need now. Food, whatever it need to last this amount of time. Your ass ain't coming out of the house until after this date. Yeah. And after this date, everybody come out. And I think they dropped. I mean, the percentage was like ridiculous though. But you have Americans, that some of them feel like the pandemic is not real, the virus is. And that you can't tell me what to wear, and I ain't wearing a mask. It's against my liberties. It's against my freedoms. And some of these motherfuckers still really, excuse my language.
No, you're good.
Some of these people really do have it, and they're giving it to other people. Yeah. Just like a cold. Yeah. The only difference is, like I said, man, I don't see them shutting the country down for the flu. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's what's up. So
yes, they will.
So with that being said,
look.
Hey, this is episode 54.
Not 54. 54. 54.
And it's cool, and I hope y'all got something from this. Don't let me having fun on the podcast confuse the message.
The message is always the same regardless of how we deliver it. Like this, I mean, look, might be serious, might be silly, and that's something that people didn't understand with podcasts.
That's why we gotta leave comments, right?
Leave comments.
That's why you gotta, like we said earlier, like,
let me
did
know
I spit in the food?
What did I do?
Yeah, and that way, I can fix it. I can be whatever you want me to be. And that's why I was going back. That's why I was boasting on myself, capping and boasting, right? It's because I can adapt. I'm adaptable. I'm black as they come.
I'm adaptable too.
Yeah, I know you are. I wouldn't disrespect you. I want very adaptable. Look at him.
I won't pee down your back and tell you it's rain.
Well, I mean, what I'm gonna tell you is this. Leave a comment.
Let
me know. Send an email.
Look.
However you need to do. Send a text message. If you want me to leave my phone.
Like and subscribe, man. Please.
Tell me what you think.
I mean, like and subscribe, my guy. That's support, man. You know
Yeah.
what does it hurt for you to take 1 second to like and subscribe? You know what? You can even cut your notifications off if you don't want to get a bing every time he uploads a video.
That's it.
But when you get on, watch it on your own convenience. But like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
That's it.
I mean, if you really want to be about helping the next brother, the next king, the
It's
next
on my
queen,
Twitter.
the
I
next
promote my
sister,
Twitter on Facebook.
You know what?
I said on my
for
Twitter,
real.
I said, what is black-owned business? Is it brick and mortar?
It does
Or
never. No, it can't be.
Is that the only black-owned business it is?
Can't be. Just commerce, e-commerce. I mean, just look.
Just like, subscribe.
Tell me this.
That's why I'm trying to cut it off.
Name every black-owned business that you've seen an actual store for.
Just restaurants. I don't know. Just restaurants.
Exactly. That's my point. You know, we didn't touch on that about the power.
And we ain't got to.
No. But let me just mention this.
Yeah, go ahead.
The power of a certain ethnic dollar. Period.
Yeah.
The power of that itself is forget a tsunami or whatever, a F5 hurricane or tornado or it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The power of the economic that ethnic dollar, if it was steered in a certain direction, sways more than the president of the United States, and you can bank on that.
No doubt about it. But the battery about to die. That's why I was trying to wrap it up. Has nothing to do with the conversation. We could talk about this
all night.
It's just the computer battery about to die. So I do want y'all. The reason why I'm stressing it is because I'm working, and I just want you to let me know what I need to do to improve to entertain you because I'm willing to do it.
Oh, and for that message,
customers first here, or that's another thing though. But they say it's only 2 customers called users, crackheads, and internet. But that's a whole nother video. It's only 2. It's a whole nother video. But this is the #iAMWHOiAM podcast, episode 54.
Hey,
I am Chad Rob. That is G Tucker. What do we decide on? Garren Tucker.
I mean, Garren Tucker guarantee.
Guarantee.
Look, but to answer your question about me feeling about this shirt confident,
talk to me.
I am permitted. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, it's all legal. It's all legal.
It's all legal.
It's all legal.
And it's like Visa. You never leave home without it.
Never.
Or was it American Express?
The MasterCard. It
doesn't matter.
But this is the #iAMWHOiAM podcast. This is episode 54. And 54. We are out there thing. I'll be back.
Love y'all.
G.